This is demonstration number 2, which shows you how to use timers and counters together. So I've already started this program and I've opened up a new properties box of this action so that I display the step 0 count. And down here I'm going to add another transition, but I'm going to do this by clicking on this extend branch button. And that adds a second transition. But I'm going to delete this wire first. So hit the delete button. And I'm going to add another step and action. And notice if it gets close to it, this little green dot comes on and it shows that we'll be automatically connected. And what I'm going to do with this button is I'm going to add another action. And I'm actually going to add an action to this top box too. So I'll just pause to do that. Alright, I've added a few more parts to my program. I have a transition that's going to wait for input 0. This transition that's going to wait for the 2-second timer of step 0. And I've got this transition over here, which I'm indicating that I want it to move forward whenever step 0.count is equal to 4. The other thing I must do though is I'm going to right click on this wire. And it tells me I can set the sequence priorities. And I'm going to do that. I'm going to turn off the default first. And I'm going to make transition 1 a higher priority. So I move it up, click OK. The other thing you'll notice is that it now has numbers here. The next thing I'm going to do is add a stop button. So I go up to the top graphic menu bar. I pull down the stop. And it'll automatically connect since it has a green circle. And this is my first stop. So what I expect to happen is when I run the program, it'll execute this step, turn on out 1, and then it'll come down to this branch. And it checks this step first, okay, because it has the number 1 on it. And if the count is equal to 4, it'll come to a stop. If it's not, it'll come down this branch, it'll output a 0, check to see if input 0 is true. If it is, it loops back. And it continues to do this, but eventually the step 0 count will be equal to 4. It'll come down this branch and stop. Normally the order is 1 on the left and 2 on the right, but clicking on that wire allowed me to change that order. So I'm running the program now, and you'll see that right now my step is equal to 1 because it went through the 2 seconds and executed that step 0 one time. Now I'm going to close input 0, goes back to the top, waits 2 seconds, but now it's gone through that step 2 times, as you can see where the mouse pointer is. 3 times. And it's on this 4th time that it should come down the branch which is on the right. And it does, and you see that the program comes to an end. If you do want to clear it, you'd have to add an instruction in the top box. Sorry, if you want to clear the count. So that's it for demo number 2. Thank you.